Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw was the Clash in Italy Fallout. Once again, they were live from Turin, Italy. Tonight we had the King and Queen of the Ring. The contender matches officially, take place here. We had two Fatal 4-Way matches, which I'm not really a big fan of the 4-Way match for the tournament style because to me, that just states like, hey, we are afraid to pin our top guys, so we're going to add people in there like Solo Sikoa, like Julia, to take the losing falls. But in those matches, we actually had some pretty decent matches with those, especially on the men's side. We had AWKNOLEDGES get the win there, and we had Io Sky get her win for her respective Queen of the Ring tournaments. AWKNOLEDGES afterwards calls out Brock Lesnar or just says like, hey, we're both one win apiece. Eventually, we're going to meet down the road. Do we see Brock Lesnar interfere, during one of Oba's matches for the King of the Ring tournament? I think that's a very plausible direction in which they can go. It's certainly possible, right? We also had a stellar main event between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. This was far better, I would say, than their Backlash match a month ago. The Backlash match was really good as well, but like this, I feel like this went a little longer. This had more spice as far as like you had table spots, pedigree through the table. You had Braun Breaker spearing Heyman through the barricade. You had Montez Ford come out there and aid Seth Rollins, and officially now Seth Rollins puts the nail in the coffin on the Vision. I feel like they kind of did this because not only do they want to put the nail in the coffin for the Vision and Rollins feud, but I feel like Seth is probably the best solution, best answer right now to win that King of the Ring tournament. And if it wasn't obvious, at the end when he wins, he puts up the one. He essentially says, Roman Reigns, I'm coming for you for the World Heavyweight Championship, as if it wasn't kind of obvious. So I think there's a good chance, like a 90% chance, that Seth walks away as the new King of the Ring, goes off to face Roman at SummerSlam. Speaking of Roman Reigns, we had the acknowledgement ceremony here between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. There's a lot of tension there between Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso. I don't know if they're teasing maybe a potential match for both of those guys. As far as the bloodline stuff goes, I am a fan, but I also can see that this company is sorely missing ideas because they're relying on the bloodline 5-6 years after its initial start. Like, there has to be some conversations had as far as that. As far as Fatu goes, I mean, I feel like we've already seen this, though. We've seen this with Jey Uso, with Sami Zayn. So I'm not really sure what is to come for Jacob Fatu as far as acknowledging Roman Reigns. There was also a segment in the back in which Roman Reigns told Jey Uso to go and to take care of Cody Rhodes and to go win that championship for himself, because he says that there's two heads of the table, right? There's two heads of the table, so I want you to be equals with me. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, again, it feels like we're treading territory as far as like we've already seen this. Why are we doing this? It's one of those cases. Like, I hope we have something creative on the horizon. We also had Sol Ruka here essentially come out and, thank the fans for supporting her after she became the new IC champion. This really wasn't much of a segment. Regardless, it was nice to see her as the new IC champion. And those were the key elements of Monday Night Raw here tonight. Post your comments down below as far as what you think. And until next time, I will see all of you on the next one.